Oregon suffers from an urban-rural divide, as you know, and so many states do. Do you have a plan to help mend that divide, or do you think that's even necessary?
Oh, absolutely, I have a plan. Let me start by saying I grew up in what was then rural Central Oregon. I was born in Bend and grew up in Redmond. And so I understand and speak the vocabulary of rural places. Also, when I was in the legislature, I represented Tillamook, Clatsop, Columbia, Western Washington County, which is agricultural largely, and the working waterfront under the St. John's Bridge. The farther east you go in this state and the farther south you go in this state, the angrier people are. They feel disrespected, looked down on, disenfranchised. And so I think that several things I would do as governor. First, go there. Kate Brown has spent most of her administration hiding in Salem. I would go to those places and then recognize that the economies throughout Oregon are different. I don't care whether you make wood chips, silicon chips, potato chips, fish and chips. We have different economies, and the governor needs to understand that, recognize it, needs to come with humility to ask local elected leaders, what does your place think about this? How can we do this together? Not do it to Oregonians, but do it with Oregonians. I would very much be an economic development champion. I have been that in the Oregon legislature and would continue to do that. But I think listening to the locals, having the locals define the problems, define the solutions, and then the state needs to be a faithful partner, specifically with money, in delivering on whatever the agreed upon collaborative solution is. So once you start getting some wins and rebuilding trust relationships, I think then you can go on from there. So take the low-hanging fruit. Get people to a point where they trust each other. They don't have to like each other, but trust each other. And get some early wins. There are opportunities throughout the state, but the big deal is when you're in Salem, answer the damn phone, and when you're not in Salem, you're out learning about some other place and how the state can be a faithful partner with that place.